Hello, everyone. Welcome back to this.
Yeah.
It's got a name now.
We've evolved.
Yeah, welcome to the Hot Take Table.
Hello.
I'm Dylan.
I'm his co-host, Raph.
Yeah, and we're at the Hot Take Table here.
Yeah.
So today we've got a little bit of a weirder conversation.
Yeah, maybe a little less steam initially on the hot take, but still plenty of heat, I would say.
Yeah, so today, I mean, you've seen the title of the video, you've seen the thumbnail. We're talking about Pokemon. There's a hot topic right now with Legend Arceus just about to come out.
Looming on the horizon like a mountain you could climb.
This will probably also come out before Arceus comes out.
I think so.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see how the dice rolls.
Ralph, you and I, we've had Pokemon on the mind. We've
course,
chatted a little bit about Pokemon, and that's where this conversation or this topic started because I came to you and I explained my issue with Pokemon evolutions. You like Black and White's starters.
Correct, very
Big
much
fan
so.
of them.
Yeah,
I've always hated them.
I do not understand.
So hear me out. Before we get into the take, I just need to explain this. Stage 1, totally fine. Of all of them, totally fine. Stage 2, good. Stage 3, good. Independently, they work.
That's how I feel. That's how I feel.
But the problem is when you put them all together.
Why is this a problem?
The problem is because of the law of limb consistency.
Unfamiliar with this law. You're going to have to go.
It's not a real law.
I've never seen this in a textbook.
I just came up with it.
Not once.
So the law of limb consistency is when you're designing a Pokemon or any kind of creature.
A mon of any sort.
As it evolves and it gets older, why keep the same number of limbs? I mean, it's really that simple.
I feel like on the surface, my reader's like, okay, sure, why not? But I think in the particular instance of the Snivy situation that we're talking about, this is actually how snakes kind of transition. They had legs before and they got rid of them. Yeah. So I don't have an issue with this.
No living snake used to have legs.
Not any that I've personally met, but I think
How many have you personally met?
I've seen a few snakes in my time. I used to have a picture of a coworker's snake on my desk. It was very weird to other people, but I love that snake.
Sure. So I mean, Snivy is a great example because when I first saw Black and White, I remember, I think I was 16, 17, 18. I don't know.
That's
15?
Is that really true?
14? I don't know.
How big of an age gap do we have?
I think you're older than me.
I think so. I'm a 92 baby for the record.
Yeah, you're older than me.
Okay.
I'm 95.
I
might just not know what year Black and White came out.
That just sounds so weird because I know I was post high school at the very least. I was like entering the collegiate life.
Yeah, I have no idea. So, but anyways, I saw the Pokemon designs and I loved Snivy. Snivy's
a good kid.
An amazing design.
Were you there for the era where people like didn't know his name and were calling him Smugleaf?
No, but that's a great name.
I still kind of think his name's Smugleaf.
That's a better name.
It's a great title. I have no problem with Snivy, but Smugleaf was iconic.
Yeah. So I loved it, right? And then it evolves. And classic, I have no idea what the middle evolution is.
Right, of course.
I can't even picture it in my mind. But I know that it turns into that freaking superior dude.
Who is superior? He's awesome.
It's a fine design, but the problem is where does freaking hands and legs go?
He doesn't need them.
I disagree with that.
Why do you feel this way?
Because I need them.
Well,
you need yours too.
If I was able to slither across the ground and like wrap my prey around, maybe with some ab workouts or something. But if I could constrict my enemies, I would see that as an absolute improvement to my anatomy. Yeah.
What if you wanted to drink a beer while jerking off?
Do you think Snivy could do it? that's my question. Do you believe that's something that's
do you
Mr.
mean Smugleaf?
Yeah, is Smugleaf capable of the old reach? Because he does have hands, but they're not like very practical limbs.
Smugleaf is underage, so absolutely not. This is a disgusting conversation for you to even bring up. All right, he's under 16.
Well, I mean, you could level him above.
Levels are
he
just
could go even further beyond. He doesn't
so
have to
level
evolve.
21 Snivy.
Yeah, level 21 Snivy gets himself a Heineken.
Yeah.
It matches his colors.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
So that's actually, but the limb problem's an issue. It didn't start in Gen 5, but Gen 5 was like the downfall of it. All right, because we got Gen 1. Totally fine.
Right.
No issues.
Right.
Those designs are perfect. Do you want to know why they stand the test of time?
Because they're perfect? Because they're all reptiles and amphibians?
No,
That's
because
how I feel.
they all keep the number of limbs they started with.
I don't know if that's
They don't
my
lose
criteria
any, they don't gain any,
for
all right?
perfection, but
It
go on.
should be. And by the end of this podcast,
if I
it will
had
be.
like an additional set of like 4 limbs right now, I think I'd be way stronger. Like how do you feel about like the Machamp line?
I mean, I've never known. So here's the thing. I actually hate all of the designs except for Machamp.
Machamp's so rad though.
Machamp
We agree
is
on
great.
that. He's
Yeah,
so cool.
Machamp's
He's
great.
so cool.
But I hate the other ones, and I think partially of it is because they need more limbs.
I do
Give
think
them 2 more.
I don't like Machoke's ribs. I'm gonna put that up. Not Machoke's. Machop. Machop's got weird ribs, and
He does have weird ribs.
He needs some meat.
He's just a little boy.
He's working.
He's just a little gray boy.
I believe, I want to say like his Gen 1 Pokemon card, he's got like a stance where he's like lifting a boulder with relative ease.
Yeah, it is just, they did just look at that card and then make Timber.
Yeah. Pretty much. Put some more veins on there, whatever.
Yeah.
Make him a clown.
Yeah, give him a big freaking nose like Squidward. But,
yeah,
okay,
Squidward.
so Gen 1, totally fine.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Gen 2, also totally fine.
Mm-hmm.
We got a little bit of weirdness with Typhlosion.
Because of his
does
like
stand
bipedal situation.
We did. So we have talked briefly about this, and we have agreed it's fine because he's kind of like a bear.
Yeah,
right?
he is barely. What is he actually? Is he a tapir? No, he's a honey badger, isn't he?
He's got fire.
He's got fire. He's a fire badger.
I don't
Maybe
know.
a badger. I don't know.
What is Machop?
Machop's a dude, a slow one at that.
Not every Pokemon is an animal.
That's fair. I feel like there is like a correct answer to this, but I'm not confident enough to say it. Comments, if you know what a fire bear look like, put that in there.
Yeah.
Let us know if you've got the objective truth within your heart.
He can't be a bear because Ursaring is the same.
Yeah,
generation.
I agree.
They wouldn't make the starter the
no,
same
they
thing
wouldn't.
as
They
something
wouldn't.
else.
I don't think he's literally a bear, but I do think he's bear adjacent, maybe a badger.
But, so it's fine. It's fine that he's on different legs because he seems like he's always supposed to be on 4 legs.
Right. I think he's in his element on 4 legs, but if there's like
sometimes
a tree with a nice picnic basket up there, he's climbing. He's getting on 2
for sure. Then Gen 3 is where the downfall started. It's not quite bad. We've talked about Marshtop.
Right.
Which is,
you should tell them about Marshtop.
Marshtop is a sin against God. All right, Marshtop should not be allowed to exist. It just shouldn't.
I don't feel that strongly, but I just don't like the guy.
I hate him.
I don't like.
All right, Mudkip, fantastic.
Mudkip's
design.
excellent.
That's just a 10 out of 10 classic design. All right, Swampert, that's a great design.
I like Swampert. I'm not in love with Swampert. I think he's a notable mark down from the previous 2 gens, but he's a fine chap.
I like him, and I think honestly, I like Mega Swampert too.
I do like Mega Swampert. He does get burly in a way that appeals to me,
and I like that he's burly, but for some reason he has swift swim, so he's faster.
That's true.
It's just he gets bigger and faster,
quick and nimble when he needs to be. You could say,
yeah. But then Marshtop. What the hell happened there?
I don't know what happened there. I mean, like there's always like memery about like awkward like puberty phases for like middle evolutions. I feel this one very strongly here.
Yeah, I'm assuming we're gonna be putting like screenshots of the Pokemon up, so
probably
people can see them.
Probably that's future Dylan's problem.
Yeah, if you're a podcast only listener, which we are doing a podcast version of this also, if you weren't aware. But I mean, I don't know, just know all of the Pokemon. I guess.
You know the Poke Rap. You've internalized it.
Yeah.
I don't know if Gen 3's got one though.
It does. It's by Brian David Gilbert.
Oh, that's true. That's true. All right. We're all covered. All bases loaded.
Yeah, so just watch that if you need to remember all the Pokemon names.
Very good.
But Marshtop, he starts off as a cute little boy, right?
Right.
Turns into just a bigger, badass version of himself, which is how Pokemon evolution should go.
That's the way it's supposed to go.
They should either get cuter or more badass. One of the two. They just pick a route, right? But then what the heck is happening with him? Because he stands on 2 legs. His hands aren't hands. They're like flippers.
Yeah.
And
he's like an
pointed
axolotl, I think.
Yeah, but have you ever seen an axolotl?
They do not truly resemble the Mudkip line.
I mean, they resemble Mudkip okay.
Okay.
Like, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
But we aren't settled on what the heck the freaking Marshtop is.
No, he belongs in the marsh, though. That I agree with.
He belongs in jail.
not underage Snivy. Snivy's over here like level 17,
Yeah.
looking at this guy getting like put in the back of the police car. He's just watching.
Yeah. So that's a problem. Trico's fine.
Trico's sick.
Trico's sick.
Trico's more than fine. Trico's the one.
Torchic is, I mean,
I got complicated feelings about Torchic too.
so he gets his hands become legs.
That's not
his legs become hands.
That's not why I feel weird about it. That definitely does happen.
Here's the thing. No one watching this has thought about that. I guarantee you no one's thought about that. But go ahead and look at a picture or just think of it in your head.
Why don't you describe the process for us, maybe in an image-friendly kind of way, so we can anamorph that through?
Torchic, we got a little chick, right? It's literally just a firebird,
right?
Which I think it's a good design.
I enjoy Kentucky Fried.
Then we've got Combuskin, who is a penis.
That is true. He does kind of have weird, dumpy.
I'm kind of okay with Combuskin because they do this a lot with birds, where they like anthropomorphize the wings to make them kind of hand-like.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of okay with it. It's borderline. It's borderline. What's not okay is then to, in the final evolution, base his legs off of that one's hands and then make his hands just chicken talons like his feet were. What happened?
Have you ever seen there's some concept art floating around from like the Gen 3 era, where there was like a design, I think either for Latios or Latias. I don't think they'd been like split into like version legendaries at this point, but they definitely resembled Blaziken at one point in time. I think they fractured that design off to probably like work with, I'm assuming, like an existing Torchic design, and that got weird, and we have Blaziken as the end result, and I'm not about him.
That could explain it. But so you're with me that like that's weird.
That is weird.
It's weird.
It doesn't bother me like in the same like deep-seated emotional level that it bothers you.
It should.
Maybe it should.
Imagine you wake up one day.
Yeah.
Right?
With
you're
6
32
arms like
years
Machamp?
old. No.
Damn.
Your hands are your feet, and your feet are your hands.
Would you call that Kafka-esque?
Yeah. What does Kafka-esque mean?
You ever wake up one morning as a cockroach?
No.
Well, if you ever do, call me up.
Are you trying to say Kefka, who's the villain?
If Kafka wakes up as a cockroach, that's definitely Kafka-esque. We don't gotta worry about this. But if you wake up with a uncomfortable metamorphosis of sorts. Yeah. That's the one.
Okay.
Kafka-esque.
But that's not okay, right? Like it's
it's not.
That it's not okay.
That's a problem. You can write a novel about that problem.
Yeah, that's not okay. Then we've got Gen 4.
Gen 4.
And this is why the Gen 4 starters are the best.
Gen 4 is very strong.
They recognized they made the mistake, and they obeyed the law of limb consistency.
This is true.
All of them.
Napoleon's like wings don't become hands at any point.
He's just a dang old penguin,
He's
dude.
a dang old penguin.
He starts as a penguin, and then he turns into a slightly more badass penguin, and then he turns into a freaking best penguin.
I don't remember if the character limit worked out this way, but I definitely remember that I used to call my Napoleon Big Pimpin'. I don't know if that was literally his nickname, but in my heart it is. I remember Big Pimpin'.
You couldn't get away with that now with the online names. You know, they get mad at you.
It was a different era. It was so much easier to be Pimpin' back then. So much easier. Everyone was about it.
This is a tangent, but still, I can't get over how Pokemon would censor the name Cafagrigus. And you couldn't name it had an issue with that word. And if you don't know why it had an issue with that word,
we're gonna go in there. Just add monetizer friendly.
Just look at it and just think about why that. There's 3 letters that they had an issue with, just right in the middle there. They just put it right in there.
What if he had an additional set of like ghostly limbs? Is that a problem?
I mean, yeah. But, yeah. Actually, no.
I would think no, because they're like ephemeral, right?
Like I'm okay with a squid turning into an octopus, which might make anyone who was with me disagree with me now.
Yeah, that's a great counterpoint. I didn't even have to say it.
If it started out with 6 tentacles and then it gets 8 tentacles, I won't even know. Like Tentacruel, that's got more, right?
I think so. Yeah,
I don't care.
I also don't care.
What are you doing counting the tentacles, you weirdo?
Someone cares. Someone cares
it.
deeply. It's probably in the Pokedex. We, as like, I don't know, like 10-year-old researcher children, we probably should be noting how many limbs a Pokemon has. That should be in the dex.
The only person who should be noting how many tentacles Tentacruel has is a Dojin artist.
That's very true. Dojin artists, take note.
Yeah, definitely take note. It does matter. Okay,
it is not
in only that
insignificant. but yeah. I mean, I feel like there's got to be like way more egregious transformations than necessarily the limb situation.
No, the limb situation is the worst. I mean, I guess we can't talk about Pokemon evolutions without talking about Venonat, can we? Like,
no,
we
can't.
We have to at least bring it up. I don't want to, though. It's been talked about so much.
It's true, but
we don't have new opinions on that.
No. I suppose we don't, but we need to at least address them. It's a little
This
weird.
is us formally acknowledging that the Venonat situation is kind of weird.
Mm-hmm. Have you heard the fan theories about like the Magikarp Gyarados Dragonite situation?
That sounds familiar, yeah.
There are some schools of thought, if you will, that
like Magikarp was supposed to turn into Dragonite.
Yeah. That's like the whiskers and the color palette on them.
So here's the thing. I think that sometimes people are giving designers too much credit.
I think so.
I want everyone to remember, all right, just stop for a second and think, I'm a big dumb idiot. All right, you watching it, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. I'm an idiot. People are just stupid. Okay? No one's exempt from that. And the problem is that people like to pretend that other people are smart and then they feel bad about themselves.
Classic flaw.
Everyone's an idiot. Everyone's just as stupid as you. Those people, they just didn't notice that. They weren't like, oh, we're going to make the Magikarp and the Dragonite, we're going to make consistency. These are the same people that are making these weird fucking limb consistency shit. Like, these are the people that are fucking
literally
up the basics
the same
like
people.
that.
We can look through the credit scroll. We can find names.
It's them.
On these.
They just fucked up. They just made weird designs. All right? It doesn't go deeper than that.
How do you feel? How do you feel about Slowpoke to Slowbro?
I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
What's he doing standing up? Sitting down.
That's not my problem. He can stand up. He can sit up. My problem is what is that creature on the back of him? They say it's a shelter. I don't believe it. Why is this a shelter?
It's not okay. People who say that's a shelter are idiots.
I believe
said everyone's an idiot, but
I believe the
the
Pokemon company are the people saying it here. Which I mean, I suppose they're allowed to be idiots.
I mean, I don't know if we're gonna do a full Pokemon centric episode in the future, but the Pokemon company are the biggest idiots out there. All right?
They are not infallible at the very least.
They're definitely big dum dums. How can it be a shelter? It's a Slowbro.
It's a Slowbro. There's two boys on there.
It's just the one. It can't be two. It's just one Pokemon.
You think you can detach them? You think like if you were to like break the bond between them, like they get a divorce, like split the house and kids?
It devolves.
Do you think each one retains their experience? Does the experience get like split along? What's going on here?
I think that it just grows it. I think it just is part of it. I think that
I think that's way easier to accept than the official answer.
I think that if you tried to take it off, it would be like me trying to pull your arm off.
That's true.
Could I do it? No. But could, like, I don't know, freaking
on a good day, maybe.
You know, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson do it? Probably.
Probably.
Right? He probably could.
Yeah.
And what would happen to your arm? I mean, Dwayne Johnson's just holding it limp. And
that's true.
You're probably going to die from blood loss.
Yeah, but unless I evolve and grow some additional appendages along the way.
But that's just against nature.
I might do it. I'd think about it at the very least. I'd consider doing it.
That's the dark magic that you cannot go down. All right, you can't go down that route.
Come on, let me get that dark magician action in there. I want that dark magician girl energy. That's what I'm after.
But so getting back, because we need to get really, really central on this issue. All right? Okay. Because now we're at Gen 5. And Gen 5 is where they throw everything out the window.
Epicenter.
All right? Every single one of those motherfuckers breaks the law of limb consistency.
You don't think a pig can stand up?
No.
What if he's ripped?
If
though?
I had to pick a single animal that could never stand up, I'd pick a pig.
Oh, pigs just like you and me, though.
It's not.
We're walking, talking pigs. We're out here sharing organs. I think they mourn our dead, too, maybe. Pig can stand up. I buy it.
I've read Animal Farm. Pigs cannot stand
Snowball would have stood for you.
up. I've not actually read Animal Farm. Do the animals stand in that?
I don't think they stand. Well,
they're
man.
anthropomorphized. They might.
There's definitely a point where an animal gives like an impassioned militaristic speech. He might have stood during that. I don't remember.
Look, all right. I was assigned to read Animal Farm. All right,
that's the right answer. Yeah.
But I don't read any book that someone tells me to read. I will never. All right.
I don't read it unless it's got some black and white pictures of some unspeakable acts.
Hey, I'm okay with color panels. I'm all right with that.
That's true. That's fair. I welcome it.
They don't have to be black and white. But it's why
But black and white, it offends you.
It's awful. Every single one of those motherfuckers is bad. All right. And they kind of, with Gen 6, they kind of brought it back a little bit. They brought it back a little bit. Fennekin isn't okay. We've talked about this. We both hate it.
It's not okay. It's not okay.
Greninja's fine.
Greninja's more than fine.
Freaking-
Greninja's rad. I think Master Hero Soccer Guy designed him. I think that might be true.
What's the C-Dot called? I can't remember.
Is that Quilladin,
Quilladin?
at the end?
Yeah. What's the first one called, though? What'd you call that boy?
Chipmunk.
Chipmunk? Yeah,
Alvin.
It's Alvin.
Green Alvin. Who is Simon?
I don't know what that's called.
I don't know either.
We'll have a picture of him right here.
Probably a name on him too.
No.
No,
we're not
forget
gonna put the name on
Future
it.
Dylan, erase the name.
Yeah, erase the name. Take it off.
But I don't know. I look at Oshawott Samurott. I think this is a universal improvement. I think this man has evolved and gotten stronger. He's just a doper otter with martial arts abilities now.
Yeah, but he's on the ground now.
An otter could get on the ground.
Yeah, but he should be standing up.
But like, I mean, he kind of like
he loses limbs.
He has like an animation where he like unsheaths his like shell situation. I think that's the more offensive thing here.
No, I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with. He's got like a whole weapon like inside
no problem
him.
With that.
Not a problem.
I'm fine with that.
But the way that he get on all four like gorilla, that's no good.
That's not okay. Keep standing up. Weirdo.
Gorilla can stand up too. What do you think about Rillaboom?
So I don't like the drum.
The drum is weird.
The drum disturbs me.
It comes in and out of the nothing. Is the drum part of him? Does he carry the drum?
So
is
here's
that why
the
he's
issue.
ripped?
Here's the issue. I'm okay with Pokemon having whatever weird fuck attached to them at any time. I have big issue when it's not attached to them.
Well, how, like a Farfetch situation, A-okay?
A Farfetch situation is A-okay because in my mind, it is always holding the leak.
Okay,
the
I
leak
feel the
is
same
part
way.
of it.
Do you think it comes out of the egg with the leak? I think we could see that in the games being literally true.
I mean, yeah, I think so, probably. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm fine with that.
Right.
And I know that it holds the leak because when it evolves into Surfetched, the leak evolves with it.
Yeah, the leak is critical to
He
him.
doesn't drop the leak and get a sword.
That's
the
true.
Leak turns into a sword.
The leak is absorbing his own calories. If it's not part of him, it's a parasite.
Yeah. But the problem with Rillaboom is that you can see times when he isn't touching the drum.
This is correct.
It's not attached to him. Now, if he was like sitting down and like he was holding like bongo drums, I in my head would be okay with that.
I would have been way more okay with that.
The bongo drums are just growing out of his thighs. That's what I would think.
That's what Donkey Kong does.
Yeah.
It's natural.
Yeah,
Every
it's
gorilla
normal.
can
It's a
do it.
gorilla.
Yeah,
he
normal.
can get freaking Congos. But if it's separate, where did it come from?
I don't know where it came from. I don't
did
know where he
fall
keeps
off
it.
of him and he just carries it around?
I think it's like one of his muscles.
Is he like one of those weird people that like they get their tonsils taken out and then they keep them?
Is that a type of person?
Yeah, people do that.
Like, do you know?
Like as a
do you
souvenir?
do that?
No,
I don't do that.
don't. Or people who like keep their baby teeth.
That one's more reasonable to me.
No,
but
not.
It is weird.
Or if you cut your hair keeping it. There's two acceptable things to do with it. All right, you leave it on the barbershop floor for someone else to figure out.
That's the right option.
Or you donate it. That's okay.
That's okay.
You can keep it for 1 week. One week is okay because 1 week is I'm going to donate it.
What if you make it into a weird doll? Not okay?
I'm kind of okay with that.
Okay, noted.
Yeah, I'm kind of okay with that.
All right.
Reduce, reuse, recycle, right? That's fine.
It's got practical. I guess that's donating it in another sense.
It's donating it to a hairless doll.
Yeah, it needs something there.
I don't know. So I've been reading my Dress Up Darling. So which he makes dolls in it, right?
I know nothing
dolls.
of this franchise. I've seen like one manga panel. I don't know what's going on.
You should read it. It's good.
Okay.
But he makes dolls, so I guess I'm just more okay with someone making dolls now.
Okay.
Because I'm just thinking in my head, like, he's got to make hair for the dolls. Why not use his own?
I don't know. I feel like Pinocchio's got like wood hair. I think that's fine.
That's also fine. Yeah. You don't have to use your own hair.
But when I think of the word doll maker, I do think of Geppetto, who I'm unnerved by.
Does he make dolls or does he make puppets?
I think that's a slippery slope.
I don't think it is.
No?
I think they're very different skills.
You think the doll controls itself while the puppet is under the supervision of a stronger man?
Well, I think the doll doesn't. The doll's a doll. But I think the doll generally can't, like, it doesn't have the same degree of motion, right?
That's fair.
I mean, like, making something that moves versus and can be controlled versus something that doesn't move, those are very different things.
Yeah, like having limbs that like become something way better.
Yeah. You know, I actually, when I was like 6 years old, my mother got me a Pinocchio puppet. I have
like a Disney licensed Pinocchio puppet, like that. Okay.
Yeah, like an actual Pinocchio puppet.
I don't know if I'd like that.
And I remember never playing with it because I couldn't figure out how to get it to work. And I don't know what happened to it. I'm sure that we just gave it away or something. Yeah. But I wish I had that.
I'm no ventriloquist. I'm no puppet master. I don't know how to make it work either.
I mean, I guess here's the thing. I could just go out and buy a puppet, right? If I wanted to learn how to puppeteer. But I feel weird actively going to buy a puppet.
I feel weird too.
If I have a Pinocchio and someone's like, "What's up with that Pinocchio?" I can say, "Oh, it's from my childhood," right? But what am I gonna lie? If you're like,
it's a hobby, that's what I like to do in my free time.
Yeah,
God of War is great, but Pinocchio,
I could learn how to like play a musical instrument or something, or like.
But what if I could control a small man to do my bidding?
Yeah.
If he was a robot, that'd be way different. I'd be all about it. I don't know why that works that way, but it is how it works for me.
Yeah.
Why? There's no like ghost Pokemon puppet, is there?
Yeah, there is. There's the I want to say Muppet. Banette? Is that
yeah, Muppet. You're right.
Banette's kind of a puppet.
Voodoo doll. I think. Yeah.
Voodoo doll.
Puppet energy.
There's a better one, isn't there?
I don't know.
There's a more puppet one.
I don't know how many limbs he got.
I don't know. I'm just in my mind. I'm imagining like a Christmas Nutcracker.
I feel like that would have happened in black and white. That would have been the time.
It would have been. I don't know that there is a Christmas Nutcracker.
I don't know. I think there's still some steam left in the Game Freak engine. I think if we haven't touched Haunted Puppet, I think there's way more designs out there.
There is. But oh my God, we are so off track.
It's very true. It's very true.
I mean, it's just because we're talking about just something so weird.
I know I'm the one
that presented this, but it is weird. But I think that this is the kind of thing that people should care about. I think it is an important aspect.
So this is a public service announcement to pay more attention to the limbs of your friends.
Yeah, well, I just think if you dislike a Pokemon design, think about why. Don't just think, oh, Pokemon designs are lazy. Think about what the issue with it is. The issue with it probably is what's up with them limbs.
All right, here's a contentious Pokemon design that people have strong feelings about.
Hit me with it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there we go.
I thought you said Hitmontop, and I'm like, what? Why Hitmontop?
No, I'm fine with that.
The Vanillish to Vanillux transition.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I feel like growing another face probably more offensive than a limb.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think another face is maybe the most offensive thing that can happen. So that's why I do actually, that explains it. I've never thought about it, but this is why I hate Dodrio. Doduo, one of my favorite Pokemon. I'm okay if it has two faces.
I got a thing for Doduo's cry. Play the version from Stadium. Play like a dying Doduo in Pokemon Stadium, future Dylan. Yeah, I like that.
That was that.
Yeah.
If I found it,
it's
maybe.
Like
there it is a second time.
I love him. Why do you hate him?
So I love Doduo. One of my favorite Pokemon designs, but I never use it. Because why does he get another head?
Because he's pissed, man.
Why are you okay with Dodrio, but you aren't okay with Vanillux.
That is a bit of a double standard.
Yeah, at least I'm consistent in my absurd opinions. All right.
I don't know. There's like Vanillish to Vanillux. I don't feel like there's enough of a change in its demeanor to justify the existence of.
I know what your issue with
another
is.
mind.
If there's another head, there needs to be another neck.
That might be true. That might be true. I mean, I guess there's like additional cones,
or at least another head. I mean, it doesn't really even have its own head. It's just another face.
But Vanillux does it have 2 faces or 3 faces total?
2.
2. Okay. I didn't know if it like pronged out like an N64 controller because like it does have. We'll be back here for that. But like, I like the fact that it gets like another cone. I don't know the order of operations here. Does the cone like come first and the body, the mass?
I don't even know what gen it's from. I remember looking at it.
It's the same gen. It's the gen that offends you.
Is 6?
Yeah,
5?
Yeah. It's black white.
Oh,
that's 5, right?
So I didn't play a lot of 5.
That's right.
5 was the first Pokemon game that I didn't beat. I beat all of them up until then. Didn't care for Black and White that much. Which is perhaps a hotter opinion and might be more relevant than whatever the fuck this is.
That's true. This man don't.
That's
like
not
Black
what we're
White.
talking about.
No,
that's not what we're talking about.
This man believes Pokemon should not be free.
Yeah,
that's his take.
Yeah, I mean, I said it last episode. Democracy's bad.
Why is he a villain? Why did he choose this path?
But so I always forget like which ones are black and white designs and which ones are XY designs.
I feel like they're like ingrained in me because I really like the spread animation in black and white. And once I think about like an X and Y like model, and I'm like, there's no life in them, no joy.
I do. I mean, I even if I don't like black and white, I can admit that like sprites were top notch then.
The sprites are pretty dang.
Yeah. But so back to freaking Dodrio, right?
Right.
The 2 heads, fine. I don't have an issue with it having more than 1 head. The issue is with it growing another head.
That's a reasonable thing, I think.
Yeah. I mean, we've also.
I mean, it's reasonable to grow another head if you're upset. Is my opinion.
That's just not true.
I think that's a reasonable stance.
You ever get so angry you just get another head?
I wish I could. I could yell at people twice. 3 times.
But so I'm going to present everyone with my strongest argument for why Pokemon should have limb consistency. All right? Hear me out. Don't say anything. Just think for a second. Okay. All right? Everyone just think. Wooper. It's an amazing Pokemon.
I agree.
Right?
I agree.
It's a phenomenal Pokemon.
I would definitely like
Here's the
one
thing.
if I had the opportunity.
Everyone loves Wooper. Show me one motherfucker that gives a shit about Quagsire.
Quagsire is irrelevant from the get-go.
It's terrible.
It's just the worst Wooper.
It's an awful design. Yeah. Do you want to know why? Where'd those hands come from? Wooper's amazing because he don't got any hands.
I don't know if that's why. I feel like it's just a size thing. I feel like, you know, he's bloated. He's got all of these like unnecessary I guess hands. Unnecessary hands.
Unnecessary hands, yeah.
Maybe I'm convinced here.
Imagine Quagsire without hands.
What if Quagsire had hands, though? What if he was over here, like, lifting weights, doing, like,
I mean, he does
pull-ups?
have hands.
Well, like, better hands.
No.
No?
He shouldn't have any hands.
All right, hold on. Wooper has no hands, correct?
Yeah.
Quagsire has hands.
Yeah.
Okay. Making sure my head on straight.
His hands are like this.
Okay.
They're kind of like right in front of his body.
I have, like, this tendency to, like, put Wobbuffet around him too.
That's because Wobbuffet is a motherfucker.
Wobbuffet fucks.
Yeah.
Let's get that straight.
I don't even know how to respond to that.
Vehement agreement. I would enjoy that.
Does Wobbuffet have a baby form? I feel like it got one added.
I don't think it does.
In my mind, I just think, and I know this isn't right, I think Mime Jr. evolved into Wobbuffet. Which is just an absurd.
He'd do it too. He's a prankster. He's like Loki, man.
I know it doesn't.
He's over here sleeping with horses, making Quagsire babies, Wobbuffetting around.
You know what I do love about Wobbuffet though? I like that the female one just has lipstick.
I don't like that. I'm deeply uncomfortable.
I mean, it's bad.
I think it's hilarious.
Yeah, it's not
Game
good.
Freak did something good today, but I'm allowed to hate it regardless.
Yeah, they shouldn't have done it, but I'm so happy they did.
Yeah. I think gender differences in Pokemon in general Great idea. Lean way more into that, I think.
They don't do it enough, though.
No,
I feel like.
I think maybe they fear the workload, which might be a Game Freak statement in general. I mean, I feel the same way about the workload.
I also do you find it weird that Nidoran female and Nidoran male are still considered different Pokemon?
I do. I think it's because they came from the era where numbering to 150 was so prominent.
Yeah, I mean, it would be weird. They'd have to change the entire Pokedex if they merged.
It's
them.
true. I
they
think
really fucked up with that.
I mean, I don't think it's the biggest mistake they've ever made, but I definitely think that it's a bit of an inconsistency for certain.
If Quagsire didn't exist, I would say it is the biggest mistake they ever made.
Female lava fan, you mean? Oh man! All right, I think they like the fact that like babies got introduced in Gen 2, and that like Quagsire and Wobbuffet are also from the same era. I think that compounds like the conflation of the two.
Yeah, I could see that.
I think like Black and White also introduces like the Hydrogen line, which gets all kinds of weird with like heads and limbs.
We get it. It's 1, 2, 3 in German. We get it. Like I get that they're doing that.
I don't hate them one bit.
But also, it's bad.
I think that's a better evolution. Apparently, he was a tank also at some point.
What?
Like he like I think there's a remnant on his design where he has like tank treads along his back.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say like a WoW tank or like a World War II tank.
I think like a World War II tank.
Okay.
RPG classes.
Yeah, I mean, Pokemon do have classes. Kind
Pokemon is a JRPG.
Yeah, I mean it is. That's why it's bad. If you disagree with me, watch our last episode where I proved empirically with facts that it's bad. JRPGs are bad. So is Pokemon.
It doesn't have to be bad. It doesn't have to be. But anyway,
it does.
I believe the narrative on that evolution line is that as it evolves, the heads split and compete with each other, and then the most dominant head just takes over so strongly that the old heads become limbs. And I think that's awesome.
I'm so uncomfortable with everything you just said.
I think all of that is savage, and I'm about them.
Game Freak, just stop. Okay,
do more of that. Do like if give Arceus like 20 heads, and then give him an evolution where he only has one, and all the other heads are like ethereal tendrils.
What?
Yeah, do that.
Just go play SMT, bro.
Ethereal tendrils, man. I'm waiting for it. I'm ready.
Stop pitching SMT Demon.
That's the legend of Arceus. Is that how he has like his 1,000 hands? I think the Dex talks about it. Some people think they are known. They're his old heads. He doesn't need them anymore. He's a monotheist now.
You're gonna be out here saying put Jack Frost in Pokemon.
Yeah, do it. Yeah, do it. Do it.
Jack Frost though is better than ever Pokemon.
Yes, this is true.
Jack Frost. I mean,
I like Snom. Snom's pretty nice.
Jack Frost also has normal evolution line.
He does.
It doesn't like evolve, but you know what I mean.
I mean, there's a King Frost.
Yeah.
There's a Black Frost. He's got a split. He's kind of have like a Digimon situation.
Wait, no, it does have an issue. Because what's the Jack-o'-lantern one called?
Pyrojack or Jack-o'-lantern, depending on the localization.
Yeah, Pyrojack. That's not okay. He don't have legs.
He don't have legs. He don't need legs. But he's not. He's separate. He's his brother, but that's not him. That ain't me, fam.
He Raymans it too, doesn't he? Does he have arms doesn't he just have hands?
I'm thinking he's Raymanning it. I don't know if we've ever got a good enough look under that cloak, but like someone's thought about it.
I don't know. Yeah, that's not okay. But I've never considered Pyrojack to be of the Jack line.
I think there's like a clear like progression of the Jack Frost, but the Jack Bros I think are an established thing. Like you got Jack the Ripper in there too, and he's a bastard.
Is that who? I don't know that. I don't think I know that one.
I'll
put him up on the screen right now.
Yeah, I think
that doesn't help. That doesn't help current.
He's got a creepy face. He's a little man. He's got like a razor in his hand, and he kills people.
Does he look like a Jack Frost? Or does he just have Jack in his name?
He is a small dude. He's also playable in Jack Bros for the Virtual Boy, the greatest console.
Whoa.
That's not a take. I'll ever defend.
I'm the one that says insane things.
I'm not saying that, but I did say it. I will say that Jack Bros is the best game on the virtual console, Virtual Boy, the digital boy, the Digibro.
Dude, could you imagine if they made Virtual Boy Virtual Console?
I don't know why they haven't. There's like 3 games I want to play there.
What would you call it?
The Virtual Squared. Put it on the 3DS. I don't know. That was their one chance they could have done it.
Oh man.
Now we'll never know.
All right. I feel like we have run the limit of what we can discuss with this topic.
My takeaway here is that maybe the limb situation is weird. Don't let that get in the way of things. If you've got another limb or head holding you down, subjugate it and evolve and become stronger and better, like superior. Become superior.
So it's fine to have weird numbers of limbs or non-normal numbers of limbs and heads. Just keep the same number. Or freaking cut them off brutally, dude. I don't know.
Oh, that is savage. That is savage.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
I mean, like if we saw like a depiction of like Superior like biting off his old limbs, would you be cool with it then?
Is it in Pokemon or SMT?
I guess Pokemon. If that happens, happens.
Well, so anyways, thanks for watching or listening to this one. I think we should probably explain. So this one was a bit of a weirder take.
An ignorant take, if you will.
No, this one's the weird take.
Oh, this is a weird take.
If you want an ignorant take, stay tuned for our next episode. We're gonna be cycling through. You know, we've got our hot takes like JRPGs. We've got our weird takes like whatever this is. And then
interesting discussion.
I mean, do we want to spoil what?
No,
the ignorant take is
we
gonna
don't.
be?
No, put some bait on the line, but don't give it to him.
I'm
Make him fight for it.
I'm gonna blur out the image of it right here. Blurred out image of something. But yeah, that's what we're gonna be doing. Hope you enjoyed this one. As I mentioned, we have a podcast version of this. It's not a separate podcast. This is the podcast.
Right.
If you're listening to that, check out the YouTube video.
Yeah, if you're on a jog, you're at work or something, you don't need to occupy your eyeballs. You know, whatever fits your bill.
Yeah, you can check either of them out. If you're watching the YouTube video, do the liking and the subscribing
and the bell thing. You don't need limbs for any of that. That's
comment and let us know which one of us is right here. You know, it's probably me. I think this is the most reasonable take that's ever gonna come out.
My
of
stance
mouth.
is just that it's weird to care. If you think that it's weird to care, give me a like or a comment or whatever.
If you care deeply about this, please subscribe.
Yeah.
But anyways, this has been the Hot Take Table. Thanks for checking us out.
Always a pleasure. Take care, party people.
Later.